Okay, this is a review for topic 3 quiz, so it's covering 3.1 through 3.3. First two questions says, what is the domain and range of each relation? Then state if the relation is a function and one-to-one. So remember, our domain is just our x values. So my x values here are 3, 5, 7, 8, and 11. My range are my y values. So 6, 7, 7, 9, 14. You don't have to repeat the sevens, but if we're looking at our functions, our x's cannot repeat. So it is a function because the x's do not repeat. One-to-one, your y's cannot repeat. So my y's repeat, so no, it is not one-to-one. Number 2, my domain is -3, -1, 2, 5, 7. My range, 9, 5, 4, -5, -7. Is it a function? Yes, because my x's do not repeat. Is it a one-to-one function? Yes, because my y's do not repeat. Now, is each relation a function? If so, state whether it's one-to-one or many-to-one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at my x's to determine if it's a function. So -4, -3, 1, 3, 5. There's no repeating numbers, so it is a function. And then I'm going to look at my y. 7, 5, 4, -8, -11. Again, no repeating numbers, so it is one-to-one. Number 4, let's look at our x's. -4, -2, 0, 2, 4. No repeating number, so it's a function. So if we look at our y's, 8, 4, 1, 4, and 8. As you can see, my 8's repeat and my 4's repeat. So that means it's not one-to-one, so it'd be many-to-one. Now, looking at number 5, -2, 0, 1, 3, -3, 1, 3, 4. Now I can rewrite this as ordered pairs if that helps. So I'd have -2, -2 goes to 1, -2 also goes to 3, 0 goes to -3, 1 goes to 4, and 3 goes to 1. And then you can see right there that the -2's repeat, so therefore it's not a function. But what I can also look at is, remember when I said if you're traveling, so if I'm on an airplane going to Philly, my flight is only going to Philly. It's not splitting up and going to Philly and to San Diego. So -2 can't go to 3 and 1. So that's not a function. If it's not a function, then it can't be one-to-one. Then looking at number 6, we're going to look at vertical line test to determine if it's a function. So I have my vertical line, and I'm going to go, well, there we go. I go through it. If it hits that vertical line more than once at a time, then that means it's not a function. But that's not the case. So that means this is a function. Now, so it's a function. Now, let's test to see if it's one-to-one. One-to-one, you just want to look for the horizontal line test. You can also see that it crosses the y, has the same y values in multiple places. But you go here, and it's just like here and here, it crosses at the same time. So it's many-to-one. All right, 7 to 9, classify each data set of data as discrete or continuous. So continuous is it covers every number and in between numbers. So 1.3, 1.111111 repeating. Whereas discrete is just specific numbers, typically counting numbers or multiples of numbers. So for the height of corn plants, something cannot just grow from 1 foot to 2 feet without covering everything in between. So therefore, this is continuous. As for a number of parked vehicles, you don't have 1.3 parked vehicles. So they're counting numbers, 1, 2, 3. So it's discrete. It's not a continuous thing. And then Baxter's weight, again, you can't go from 10 pounds to 12 pounds without hitting those in between numbers. So this is also continuous. Number 10 says, consider the following scenario. The revenue earned from a concert at a venue with 10,000 seats. What constraints are on the domain? So the range is the revenue earned. Whereas the domain is the number of seats. So you could sell 0 seats all the way to 10,000 seats and anywhere in between. So you could have from 0 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 10,000. 11 and 12 says to find the value of f of -5 for each function. So all we're doing is we're plugging -5 in for x. So I have f of -5 equals 2 times -5 minus 12. 2 times -5 is -10 minus 12. So f of -5 is going to equal -22. Same thing for number 12. I have f of x equals -1/5 x plus 13. So I'm going to plug -5 in anywhere there's an x. So f of -5 equals -1/5 times -5 plus 13. -1/5 times -5 is just 1. 1 plus 13. So f of -5 equals 14. Now 12 and 14 says to draw the graph of each linear function. So remember we have y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope, b is your y-intercept, your starting point, and then y is just another way of saying f of x, okay? So looking at 13 where it says f of x equals 3x minus 6. So my slope is going to be 3. It's a whole number, so it's over 1. And then my starting point, my y-intercept, my b is -6. You can also write it as 0, -6. So that's where I start. So I'm going to go to -6 on the y-axis and put a point. I'm going to go up 3 and to the right 1 because it's positive. And then I connect those points. Now for 14, f of x equals 1/2 x plus 5. I have my slope is 1/2 and my y-intercept is 5, so 0, 5. So I'm going to go to 5, which is right there. I'm going to go up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, and there's your graph. Number 15 says Brenda is going on a road trip. Her destination is 225 miles from her house. She starts her journey at the gas station 5 miles away from her house and drives at a constant rate of 60 miles per hour. Write a function that models the distance she drives as a function of time. So you literally just are writing a function. So it's a y equals mx plus b, a slope intercept, but in a function form. So you have f of x equals my rate of change is 60 because it's 60 miles per hour, so 60x, and she started 5 miles away, so plus 5. And that's all you have to do. 16 through 18, you're just describing the graph of each function compares to f, where f of x equals 3x. So really this is just saying g of x equals 3x plus 12. So that means the graph is going up 12 units. H of x is just h of x equals 3x minus 7. So that means the graph is going down 7 units. M of x equals 8 times f of x. So that is m of x equals 8 times 3x, which is 24x. So it is a stretch or steep by 8. Now 19 says given f of x equals 3x minus 4 and wx equals negative 2 times f of x, write the function for wx. Then find the slope and y-intercept, written as an ordered pair of the graph of function w. So I'm going to have wx is going to equal, I'm taking negative 2 times all of f of x, so 3x minus 4. So negative 2 times 3x is negative 6x. Negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. So w of x equals negative 6x plus 8. So that's what goes here under function. My slope is negative 6 and my y-intercept is 0, 8. Now, my last two problems, write a linear function rule for the data in the table. First thing I got to do is find the slope. So I am going down by 4. And then my x changes up by 1. So my slope is negative 4. Then I'm going to have y equals negative 4x plus b. I need to solve for b, so I'm going to plug in a point. I'm going to plug in 0x, so I plug in 7 for y, 0 for x. Then I have 7 equals b, so my function is f of x equals negative 4x plus 7. Same thing with this one. I'm adding 3 and I'm adding 1. So my slope is 3 over 1. So I have y equals 3x plus b. Put in a point. So 6 goes in for y equals 3 times 1 plus b. 6 equals 3 plus b. I'm going to subtract 3. So 3 equals b. So I have f of x equals 3x plus 3. And that is your answer. And if you have any questions, make sure you bring them to me next week.